So this past Saturday, I encountered the Hebrew Israelites of Iuic, Philadelphia at Broad and Erie, right at the bus stop. The speaker acknowledged me by saying something to me, trying to bait me into a debate about scripture. So I kind of stood there and I looked over to him and I said, "You don't really want this smoke." And another guy walked up to me, that little older guy, and he said, "Hey man, I would go over there, but the last time I went over there, they jumped me. Not physically, but talking about they teamed up on him with the microphone, and apparently more than one speaker was debating with him." So I said, "Listen, man, I'll go over there with you." And when we walked across the street to deal with the Hebrew Israelites, IUIC, they attempted to pull these different scriptures, and one of the things that they was teaching was that you needed a place of worship. And this was the second speaker that that came up, because the first guy that was speaking got rank pulled on him because he was getting confounded. He couldn't deal with the heat and pressure that I was bringing. So the second guy came up and he was talking about how needing a place of worship. And so I said to him, "Doesn't the Bible say that ye are the temple of God and that the Spirit of God dwells within you?" And then he said, "Yeah," so he was kind of like befuddled there. And then he pulled this scripture out that I haven't really looked it up yet, but it says something about how I will be a sanctuary to thee, about how the Most High would be a sanctuary to you. And he cut himself with that scripture. And I pressed the issue. I didn't get it on tape because I couldn't, I was too in the moment to think about pulling my phone out and recording everything. But they have it on tape, and they know they have it on tape. If they see this, they know that I'm not lying. So he pulled out that scripture, and they never reread the scripture. I kept trying to get them to reread that scripture, and they wouldn't do it. They just wouldn't reread it because they know that it was, how they say, the speaker cut himself. He was cut. So after the first guy came down, and I'm talking about the second speaker, I cut him. And then the third guy came up. Now, mind you, I was already on a family run. I had ordered some pizza for my aunt, and the pizza had been done, and I ran and got it, came back, had the pizza in my hand and everything. And now we're dealing with the highest ranking member, I believe, that was out there, that started to come up and speak. And as he first grabbed the mic, he kind of knew and agreed to the fact that they were not skilled enough to deal with the questioning and answers that was going on between us. So at the end of the day, I was hoping that the IUIC would put that video out. They didn't put the video out, and towards the end, as they was getting ready to close, and that's what you see in this little clip here from my phone. I pulled my phone out because it was almost time. It'd been time for me to go, but I just couldn't resist the fact of challenging them. And if they come back out and I'm here again next Saturday, it should be very interesting. I more than likely will get it on tape, because I didn't even go into what I really wanted to go into as far as my question for them on a particular scripture, I used what they was already teaching about against them. So, you know, that's because, you know, I know the doctrine. They didn't know who I was, and I'm pretty sure they know who I am now. I'm pretty sure also that those two guys, if they have it on videotape, and Nathaniel sees that tape, some men, I don't know how strict they are, but they more than likely, they might lose their rank, or, you know, get counseled and warned and told, you know, they need to go over the scriptures again, or whatever the case may be. I don't know how that's going to go. But at the end, when the third guy came up, like I said, the one that was in charge, the highest ranking member out there, you know, he started talking about America being destroyed. And I asked him what year, and he said no man knows the date and time. So I said to him, well, Nate said that the world will be destroyed by the year 2000. And he said, I don't know no Nate. I know Bishop Nathaniel. Man. So yeah, it was fun. You know, I really enjoyed the interaction. They did allow a little back and forth, you know, which they did not win. They were confounded. Yeah, man, if they come back out this Saturday, coming up Saturday, I probably will make my way down there and ask them the questions that the one question. I just need one breakdown off of one scripture, and I more than likely will get it on tape. So I'm not making any promises. It all depends on how work goes for me, if, you know, if I have to leave or not. Yeah, man, but we'll see how it go. And this is the clip. This is from my phone, and yeah, that was I was there dealing with the Iuic of Philadelphia. Peace.
You don't know the Bible. I'm gonna leave you with a scripture, Acts 3:19. And if you don't understand what we're saying, my brother, that's because you're being rebellious, and that's itself a sin.